Yo, what is up, guys? It is BMG bringing us a brand new video today. And some pretty big fucking news came out of the NBA, I think yesterday, that Jimmy Butler was finally traded. Now, we knew this was going to happen. He's been begging to be traded for weeks now. It seemed probably even months. So, first off, let's look at this from the 76ers side. Yes, he was traded to the 76ers. Now, the 76ers gave up Robert Covington, Dario Sarge, and a second for Jimmy Butler. I mean, there's different ways to look at it. They traded one of their best three-point shooters in Covington and a pretty decent young defender in Sarge for Jimmy Butler. Now, Jimmy Butler can play both defense and shoot the three for them. I mean, the man's an all-star. They kind of formed their big three in a way with Simmons, Embiid, and Butler. But Butler is a free agent this year. So the big question is, did they give up this for a one-year rental? I think if they can keep Jimmy, they're gonna need to re-sign Jimmy this summer. They still have Simmons on his rookie contract and Embiid with his huge mega contract. So they should have the money to re-sign Butler. But let's get more in depth to this. The 76ers are 8-6 now. That's not the most fantastic start from this team. And they did give away two of their starters. I believe Covington and Sarge both started. So now they don't have a small forward and a power forward. Now you can move Simmons to one of the forward positions, but you're still missing another one. You basically traded two of your starters for Jimmy Butler. Now, if this is a one-year rental for Jimmy Butler, this is not a good thing for the 76ers. So they need to make sure they get this man on lockdown to get their potential big three of the future. Now, they're 8-6 now. And honestly, the addition of Jimmy Butler should help them win some games. They're going to have a hole in their team at one of the forward positions, assuming they put Simmons at probably small forward. But, I mean, you added another all-star to your team. Honestly, I think they're going to be better off, in my opinion, because he can provide the defense and the three-point shooting that Covington and Sarge could provide. So I think they should be better off with Jimmy Butler. Honestly, I could see them now being the third seed confidently behind Toronto and Boston. And I could see them competing for the East now. Before I had them kind of like a fourth seed, maybe even a fifth, but now they're most definitely a third seed in my opinion. They should do better with Jimmy Butler. What they need to focus on now is finding a way to fill the last forward position, possibly in the offseason or via trade, depending on how much resources they have left. And they need to re-sign Jimmy Butler. They need to get him on lock. They have Embiid on lock for the future through like 2022, I think, with a huge contract. And Simmons has like 2 years left on his rookie deal, which is perfect for them. So they can find a way to get Jimmy Butler back. This will be a pretty decent trade for them. Now, looking at this from the Timberwolves side. Now, Jimmy Butler obviously wanted out. There's no doubt about that. Now, if you have a guy who wants out this bad, you need to get something for him fast before shit just hits the fan. So bringing in Robert Covington and Dario Sarge and a second is a pretty good haul for them. You have Covington, who's a very good, pretty good three-point shooter. He's been very solid this season. And Dario Sarge, who's a very young, up-and-coming player who's a pretty decent defender. I think that's a dub for them. Honestly, it helps their team. I don't know if they're going to start, because I don't know what their current lineup is currently. There's a chance they could both start, though. And this could be a very good move for the Timberwolves. Obviously, you have Derrick Rose, who may be not back to his former self, obviously, but a better starting player now as he dropped a 50 bomb a few days ago. Bringing in Covington and Sarge. Still have Cat and Wiggins. It could be a pretty good team. Don't think they're ready to compete now, but maybe in a little bit they could be winning some ball games here. So for the Timberwolves, I would say this is pretty much a dub because you needed to get rid of Jimmy Butler before everything just exploded. Bringing in two young players in a second is pretty good. I'm pretty sure Houston offered them 4 firsts though, and I probably would have wanted to take that. But, I mean, they didn't give up anything except for Jimmy, which they were going to have to give up anyway. So I guess it was a pretty good trade. Makes sense for both sides. Now, this is more going to be a question mark for the 76ers if they can compete basically missing a guard position, trading 2 of their starters away, and if they could be able to re-sign Jimmy Butler. So it's going to be a big question mark for them. This might be a terrible trade if Jimmy Butler walks. They might just really screw themselves over. But if they can re-sign Jimmy Butler and everything can just work cohesively, I think this could be a dub for the 76ers. Now, one thing I would like to point out is one of the main reasons Jimmy Butler was mad was basically the youth on the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins, not being mature enough, not taking the game seriously. And then you take him to a team with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, who are basically childish in a way, if you know what I mean. And it's just going to be interesting to see how that works, because he basically got moved to a team where the youth made him angry, to a team with more youth that will make him angry. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's kind of funny. You're going to see how he and Markelle Fultz can coexist with Markelle airballing threes. Probably going to be interesting. But anyway, this is going to be a very interesting season for the 76ers and Timberwolves. So we're going to see how both teams can move on. So let me know what you guys thought of the trade down below. And yeah, it's been BMG, guys, and I'm out.